Nick Cannon had to look at his contract with you for a second and be like, I don't know. Why do we have him here again?
Right.
Huh? He couldn't even beat Cassidy.
Nick Cannon said, "Nigga, I could beat Cassidy."
Nigga, for sure.
Nick Cannon swore he could rap.
You know what I'm saying? Nick Cannon wouldn't even battle Cassidy. But like, nigga, why would I battle Cassidy? Nigga, I battled Eminem. Multiple records, nigga. Eminem ain't want to see me.
Eminem did not want to see Nick Cannon for good reason.
Name the response record, my nigga. Back with another episode of the Hold It Down podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'll be your host, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Tie Dye, aka Quan, you know what I'm saying, the producer, you know what I'm saying, the conducer, because everything I do is conducive, you know what I'm saying, the introducer, you know what I mean, and the two-piece deucer. You feel me? Shout out to OG Bobby Johnson. You feel me? Here with my co-host, Mr. Black on Black.
It's your man, the Unstoppable Bloodbath, back here again for here with the Hold On podcast. Still in the kitchen. You know how we do.
Whipping the babies.
It's the Hold On podcast where it's like hip hop and battle rap culture as a whole. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. It's always nice to have you back.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll be soon dropping the gospel episode where we'll just be talking about just God. Peep his shirt. Reference made. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get into these news topics.
Yes, the show is broken up into a couple parts. We got Hip Hop Shenanigans, aka Quan part of the show.
Aye.
Then we do an actual battle review.
Aye.
And then we do our artist of the week and like closing remarks and stuff.
Aye.
So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna pass it back to my co-host, the great YK Quan Cyrus himself.
You know what I'm saying? AKA A-Rab, you know what I'm saying? And that's the soldier boy. You feel me? First, we're gonna start off with this since it's kind of connected.
Which soldier boy were you referencing? Were you talking about the soldier boy from the Boys or the soldier boy the rapper?
Soldier boy the rapper.
Okay.
I ain't referencing the Boys yet. I did catch that they have a third season though, so I definitely got to catch up on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still left. I have to prepare myself mentally because I just know it's gonna be.
So you haven't even seen the third season yet. So you haven't even seen Soldier Boy.
Nah,
and the
I don't
Boys.
even know yet.
Oh,
I don't.
Okay.
I'm still started at the second season. Just how the second season started. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Just how the second season started. Just how like, because no spoilers in case anybody waits forever to watch shows like me. But just how freaking what's that nigga? What's the name? Almighty. What's that nigga name?
Oh my!
No.
That's a whole different show.
That's a whole different show. Was it Outlander? What's that nigga
Homelander?
name?
Outlander? Come on, bro.
That shows how long it's been. Like just how the Homelander just took that nigga was just like, nigga, like, you will never be on Smack, my nigga. Like, you thought you was my competition, my nigga. I can make sure that you never end up on a pay-per-view, my nigga. Like, I could push the button. You know what I'm saying? You our AR people never book you again, my nigga. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? Your views will get 5K max. All right? Stop playing with me. Big Surf.
Speaking of Tsu Surf, he went he was on his Spaces earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of other battle rap like greats was in there, like Verb was in there, Calico was in there. Everybody was just showing him love. He was talking about I wasn't there for the beginning part where he was like explaining his story. So I'm gonna have to double back and get all the facts and I'll get back to you on that.
Mm-hmm.
But he was just saying that like he's caught up in it, whatever's going on with him because of like just his gang. He was just like, yo, I really don't. I want to stress this to y'all that this gang shit really not what people make it seem. Like he's like, only reason I was in it is because I had no choice. He's like, I was either a Crip or a Blood. I had to choose a side. He's like 13, and then like other niggas, they doing it because they just want to be a part of something. He's like, I want y'all to understand. You don't gotta do that. Like if you had an option, you could be loyal to anything. I'm just loyal to this. You could be loyal to sports. You could be loyal to like school. Like you could be loyal to anything. This loyalty shit is dangerous, and it gets people caught up every day.
It's true.
So it seemed like he like the way niggas was talking. It seemed like he finna do some time because they was like, yeah, we was gonna try to show our brother love, as long as he's still out, like while he's still here with us, I'm like, damn, what the fuck that mean? Like,
we never know. The police come out there when you know you haven't done nothing, they come for you.
Your mic went out. Hold on.
Of course it does.
You was just fine a second ago.
When you know you haven't done nothing and they come for you, then there's usually a good reason for it. Not a good reason, but they've done enough that like even if they don't get you, they're gonna fuck with you to the point that you gonna spend some time. This is gonna occupy your whole life for the next few years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate.
That's crazy. You was in the middle of a sentence and it just died. Like
that Mike said, "Fuck what you guys say, nigga."
Oh, you good now?
That Mike said, "Fuck your couch, nigga." Don't the people want to hear what you gotta say, nigga? But yeah, man. Prayers to the Tsu Surf, and please reiterate what 50 Cent said on the actual song with 6ix9ine. I am not gang. I do not gang bang. Okay, so please remember that shit, bro. Remember that shit. When you have the bigger picture, remember that shit. Cause they coming for niggas, bro. They coming for niggas. But we're gonna get into something that's askewly related to gangs. Ray J apparently has been having suicide scares. He's been posting like cryptic stuff on his Instagram, and apparently Whack 100 is not here for it. Apparently Whack 100 allegedly on October 6th, Ray J had posted a video sitting on top of a ledge while zooming in on full moon. He said, he wrote in the caption, "If it wasn't for my kids, I would just jump off and die tonight." Another clip shows Ray J dangling his feet from the same ledge, saying, "Should I just jump off and end it right now?" And apparently, Whack 100 chose this time to be like, "Jump, get it over with. We don't play like this on Paru." Just a few things to say here. Okay, I just feel like while I respect that they put a lot of things on Paru, on Crip, on your gang, I understand. I just feel like suicidal moments is not something that you can just put on your gang. I feel like it's a little more serious than that. Like you can't be in the church and be like, "Yo, I praise God on Paru." Like it's just one of the moments it may be above the gang a little bit. Leave the gang out of it. The gang ain't got nothing to do with suicidal thoughts and depression.
What did he say one more time?
Well, Whack 100 said, "Jump. Get it over with. We don't play like this on Paru."
Maybe he's saying that because of Paru, that Paru don't get down like this. So you really need to go on and get this over with because you're making Paru look bad.
The funny thing is, Ray J is not one of the people you look at to be Paru.
Okay? I know. Again, as you know, as someone who usually keeps up with all Ray J news, again, it's protect Ray J at all costs. Yes. Quan is the one who would tell me about this because I ain't really been on social media like that today, at least not in the Ray J sector. I forgot to do my daily Ray J update check. I didn't even know about this till Quan told me. And, first off, it's sad. Like I don't wish nobody to have suicidal thoughts. But then Whack came in and put it on Paru. He's like, "Hey, bro, you know what it is. Like we made it worse. We don't do this."
That's what makes
that's how I read it. I don't read it as jump. I'm tired of this shit on Paru. I'm thinking as jump. You making Paru look bad. So go on and get this over with.
Nigga, both of them sentences are still terrible because I'm like, nigga,
I agree.
The nigga's crying for help, and you just said, "Nigga, take that monkey shit off. You embarrassing us."
Nigga said Paru is your help. If you ain't gonna accept that. If you ain't gonna accept that,
nigga, Paru is your help.
You can go, nigga. That's what he said.
Nigga, I was Paru your help, my nigga. That nigga said, "Nigga, you already know Paru's got therapists, nigga. I referred you, my nigga."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Insurance free, my nigga. On Paru.
Paru has a whole interconnected insurance policy that he wasn't even tapping into. He didn't know
a whole therapy policy.
He didn't know that because of his membership that he wouldn't use his benefits is what Whack 100 trying to make it sound like.
That might be the problem. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know that because on the gang shit he can get it pro bono. He didn't know.
He didn't know. He didn't know about the benefits that came.
See, maybe it has to be. Maybe things have changed over the years. Paru has a elevated and whatnot, and now there's a benefits package. You know what I'm saying? When you join the Parus, like therapy, you know what I'm saying? Which actually is a really good idea. You know what I'm saying? All the shit that be going on in the hood and the streets. You know what I'm saying? From losing homies, doing jail time. you know what I'm saying, the other crimes that we won't speak of that, you know, allegedly happens. You know what I'm saying? We don't know nothing about it. They've never done nothing to me, so I have no idea what they do. You know what I'm saying? But there's probably some therapists, you know what I'm saying, in the line of work that can help other Pirus get over their pains and whatnot. So maybe that's what he's trying to refer him to. It's like, you know, you don't have to do this. You can seek help on Piru. You feel me? So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah,
but you know,
yeah. He's saying that Ray J didn't take advantage of the Pyru outreach program.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's all it was.
It's Pyru Permanente. You know what I'm saying? He could have just signed on to that, log into your, you know what I'm saying, your Pyru app, you know what I'm saying, get some help.
Yeah.
You feel me? But, you know, shouts out to Ray J. And one thing you actually brought up off camera is ever since the him mentioning the Kardashians, it's really funny how he's, you know, going through this now, because
he ain't never said no shit like this.
He ain't never. That nigga has had niggas that will rape niggas and have 8 Lambos outside and 3 pools in one house, but he's never had this depression like this.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So for this to happen after mentioning the Kardashians, you know what I'm saying? Who knows?
I told y'all
wink, wink.
When we talked about that. Protect Ray J at all costs. Some
Ray
shit
J.
gonna start coming out.
For real.
And it's gonna keep happening. I just hope that Ray J got a strong support system around him,
like Pyru,
that's gonna keep him in line. Because right now he going through it, and it shows, and it's spilling out into social media that like, hey, he got a lot going on right now. He's crying for help,
for sure.
And I hope that Pyru can help him.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, seek some help on Pyru. You know what I'm saying? But peace to Ray J. You know what I'm saying? Hey, peace to Whack 100. You know, for trying to reach out and help his fellow Pyru brethren. You know what I'm saying? To overcome these challenges of life. But yeah. So I shall move on to the next topic. Okay. Now this one ain't no news topic for this. I'm going to speak on it because I'm biased, nigga, and this is my podcast. So suck it. Okay. My man's Too Rare. You know what I'm saying? Philly representative, you know what I'm saying? You may know him from blowing up on TikTok, having crazy videos and whatnot, crazy views and whatnot on TikTok, but having his Cupid remix go crazy. Recently had the remix done with Lil Durk, you know, the biggest in the game and whatnot. You know, doing numbers, going up. And now, and also being in the Drake video for Sticky. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, when the nigga was in the club dancing in that blue scene, that's my man Too Rare and his Philly people. You know what I'm saying? Dancing in Under Armour. You know what I mean? And that's not a joke. Them niggas really wear Under Armour like it's designer. It's weird. But hey, you starting your own style. We can't be mad at that, because we always get mad at niggas for following shit.
Exactly.
Start your own shit. I respect it.
Always gotta respect it.
I respect it. You know what I'm saying? And keeping barber chalk on them niggas' hairlines all the time. You see niggas do that shit. That's either Philly niggas or Too Rare. I've seen it with Too Rare, so I'm a credit to my mans. But I want to congratulate my mans on signing that $1 million deal. Reportedly, he got $800,000 in a check. $800,000 in a check and $250,000 in cash. He signed to Warner Brothers, also with I think an independent label called I think Second Estate. Forgive me if I said the name wrong, but yeah, man, I'm just glad to see somebody I know doing well and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like I'm not, you know, he's not like my brother, but I got his number, and even he's been going up for a little bit, and when I call him, he still answers. Yeah. So that counts for something. So that's why when his niggas
he's been to our house before.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right there and told us a whole story.
It was the funniest shit. All right, because the funny thing too is that the other nigga involved in this story is actually a known rapper also, but I didn't know until like afterwards. I was like, oh, that was him. But and I don't want to say his name wrong, but forgive me if I say your name wrong. I think it's LGP Qua. He was more known as like a rapper from Philly that kind of is on boom bap type beats, but him, Too Rare, and some other folks came through at one time just because we randomly had a known Philly rapper in a building. It was a weird time, but it was a cool time. You know what I'm saying? So we got to know homie. I played him in 2K, beat him. You know what I'm saying? Barely. I'll give him credit. Barely. I barely beat him because I was whipping him in the beginning, because Kevin will attest, I have a really weird 2K style, and some niggas don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to manage it in the beginning. So like I be catching niggas off guard because I do unorthodox shit. And then like towards the second half, they'll be like, oh, okay, this nigga be on bullshit. I got him now. And so literally I'll get an ill lead and then I just have to literally just keep the lead from getting close. That's how it always happens. That's how it happened at the Dead End Studios. It just be like that. Now I ain't gonna lie though. What? Like, so I beat Too Rare, you know what I'm saying? This nigga was like, yo, this nigga crazy. I want a rematch, bro. This nigga don't know how to play. I don't know how he beat me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he beat me. That's some bullshit. But then somehow with LGP Quad, yo, that nigga waxed me from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I don't know how or why, but I was like, that nigga give a fuck about none of that shit. Waxed me from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was always a cool kid. I heard his music from back then. Yeah. He's always played hits. He's always was fire. Like, I was like, yo, that was the time also, you know, I'm meeting a whole bunch of amateur niggas and whatnot, and I'm like, yo, you really got potential. Like, you gonna make it, my nigga.
I remember his music did sound good.
Yeah,
like,
even back then.
Yeah, even back then. Yeah.
That was before COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was, imagine, this is before 2020. So his music was fire back then. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see the success of him. You know what I'm saying? I used to tap in with him, talk to him every once in a while, just be like, yo, encourage him. Because I figured, you know, while he's still in the hood, you know what I mean? But he's getting traction. He's getting a real name, getting interviews and stuff. I'm assuming that, like, you know, all his mans around him is going to be yes men because they stand to gain something from him. Mm. Or at least at that point in life, he's trying to differentiate who's like really around, you know what I'm saying, who's just here for the benefits. Mm. So I'm just like, you know what? I know you and I don't benefit from knowing you, even though I'm a producer, but I send him beats. He ain't fucking with my beats. But I still like, you know, I'm like, yo, I'm going to encourage you and try to be your motivation. Not your motivation, but like motivate you to keep on going. Know that you still fire. You still got the glow, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Your music's still fire. It's going up. You're doing numbers and all that. Like, and we would just talk from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Got the Pollywood dude. You know, I would even hear him when he was first taking flights going to LA. I mean, he met Fabio Forum when Fabio Forum was still new and shit. Like, so I'm just glad to see old boy really, like, you know, growing into a man. He got some peoples around him. He's helping his peoples get fed and all that. Mm-hmm. So when they speak highly of him, like, nah, that's really up. Like, if you're a fan of Too Rare and you check from how his people is, like, because he got some YouTube niggas around him, dancing niggas around him, but they all speak him up. That's really his character. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that nigga's $1 million nigga right now, and I feel like if I call him, he'll answer. Hmm? You know what I'm saying? So that means something, and that means it wasn't like he was broke beforehand. Like, nigga, the jewelry you see on that nigga now, he bought that before the deal. True. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad that he's the second millionaire that I know, and you know it motivates me to hopefully I'll be the third one that I know. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Too Rare, congrats on the record deal, and you know those of y'all that don't know about him, you're going to soon. You know what I'm saying? I vouch for that. For sure. And one of these days, I'm gonna step my game up to get him on a beat. I've been trying for years, because I've always saw this. I knew this happened. Like, this is like Wiz Khalifa. When I listened to Wiz Khalifa first, before Cushion Orange Juice, I was like, he's gonna make it, because he was a nigga. When I was listening to only mixtapes and boom bap shit, he had more clubby records, and I was like, I like this shit. Why do I like it? Yeah, nah, he gonna make it. So when he came out Black and Yellow and that shit went up, I was like, about time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Too Rare, he's gonna take over the game. He's gonna get bigger. He's gonna be a household name. Your kids probably already know about him. I guarantee your kids know about him. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Too Rare. Congratulations on the deal. You know what I mean? And then what was the other topic you had that was battle rap related?
I had two. I had the verses. So Jermaine Dupri announced that it's official that we will get a So Def versus Bad Boy versus.
Official tissue.
I need that. I need that. I'm all about that one. I haven't been excited about the verses in a while. Yeah. This one got me hyped. Like, okay, I needs that.
It's gonna be a good era because you know, with Diddy, classic era, Jermaine Dupri, classic era. It's gonna be a good battle.
How many songs is Bow Wow gonna do?
Bow Wow has some hits. This is what,
bro. Like,
niggas not gonna play with Bow Wow.
Niggas not gonna keep playing with Bow Wow name, bro.
Listen, there was a time where Bow Wow was the picture in your crush's locker.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and before Omarion, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was there. Yeah. The girls would, like, he couldn't go to the mall would follow him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The shits I see now, because I saw a video of Too Rare doing that shit. Like, niggas really try to, like, rush that nigga in the wall. And not violently. Like, literally, like, kid saw him, was like, yo, that's Too Rare. He just started, like, what? And they started following me. Nigga ran. Then all of a sudden, all the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, it reminded me of the 2000s a little bit. So it was nice to see. But I remember like Bow Wow really had that kind of that presence. You know what I'm saying? Like girls would cry seeing him. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like that.
And he had hits.
He had hits for sure. You know what I'm saying? Lil Bow Wow had hits. Bow Wow had hits. I don't know about Shad Moss, but I mean, Shad Moss sells do-rags, you know what I'm saying? As a do-rag enthusiast, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go wrong with that.
Nope.
So, listen, Bow Wow is going to have, he should have at least, I feel like he should have at least 4.
Okay.
That's
fair.
4.
That's fair.
4, like, I wouldn't say 4 minimum because it is Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri has hits on hits on hits on hits. But I feel like he should have at least 4.
Okay.
Because Bow Wow wasn't no hoe out here in these streets.
Nah, he wasn't.
He would. I mean, with the girls, he probably was. But as far as hits, yeah, put some respect on that nigga name.
Yeah,
we can make the kiki jokes and laugh now. Cool, we do that with niggas once it's past their time. But when it was his time, yo, that nigga, bro, that nigga was a hit maker.
Yes,
a hit maker before hit maker, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So put some respect on that nigga name for sure. But yeah, I'm excited for it. And I want to see Diddy come out and pop his shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, the real question is, do we think Mace going to come out for Diddy?
I was literally just thinking that, dog. I was literally just thinking, is Mace going to show up?
I'll tell you, hell no. Hell no. Mace is tight at that nigga Diddy, boy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mace. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mace. I'll give a little credit to Mace, too, because also I'm biased, and this is my podcast, so suck it. It's just funny to me how, like, Mace is really, like, damn near... I won't say making a comeback, but he's getting lit. Like, because niggas don't know that he was gearing up for some shit. But as only knowing him for the last few years, and he's never lost it, he's probably always been gearing up for some shit. He just be chilling because he don't really need rap money. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, with events happening and the light being put on him and niggas talking about him again, it's like, why not? Right now is the best time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's literally like he signed Fabio Foreign. Fabio Foreign is high in New York right now. You know what I'm saying? And with Fabio going around talking about the initial dealings that they had, Mace had to come back and defend himself. You know what I'm saying? That made him hot. That interview did numbers too. I think that shit did like $1 million in a day or two. And wow, $1 million worth of game, they do numbers. That one was special. You know what I'm saying? And then with him putting the diss record out on Diddy. And Diddy responding on Breakfast Club a little bit. And Mace was like, nigga, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Mace just be responding to niggas, but like he's getting in the conversation again. You know what I'm saying? And he's going on tour with Cam and Jadakiss literally this month. Like I think the first tour date is the 19th. You know what I'm saying? So he's about to be back on tour. And I won't spill no other beans, you know what I'm saying, regarding that man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's crazy. But it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny if he plays some Mace joints. It's gonna be funny because we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
He's gonna be up there, Diddy bopping by himself.
Because he like some of his important joints. I mean, Diddy got joints on joints, but some of his important joints that like people are like, nah, he got to play this. Mace is on him. Mace is on him. You think we have a bad boy versus and he don't play More Money, More Problems?
Ain't.
Mace is on that. You know what I'm saying?
He is.
He may be like, can he play Been Around the World? You know what I'm saying? You come when you want to, come when you want to. Money, I'm up on you. You know what I'm saying? Bro.
What? You're asking the right questions right now.
Like it's interesting. So like, is he gonna just forego them joints, or is he gonna just have to play them shits and then try to cover it up? Like send shots at Mace while the records is playing some shit. You know, New York niggas always gotta do some like foul shit. It's like it's like basically he's like I'm gonna try to undermine the fact that I know I need this record. Like I know I need the work that you put in with me for this moment, but I'm also gonna downplay you and downgrade you because I can't give you credit where it's due because we beefing or whatever.
It might be a Jaquan situation where did you ever see where Jaquan came out and said that he was watching like a So Def reunion type of thing, and everybody was up there, and he said, "Wasn't nobody playing my shit?" And you know his only song is Tipsy. And he was like, "Yo, I had to walk up." He's like, I had to go to the stage myself and tell the DJ to play my record so I could perform it because they was acting like they didn't want me to be up there. And he said after that, they started taking him on the rest of the So Def stuff.
I'm about to say because I saw when he was a part of it, I didn't know that's how it started.
He said originally he wasn't. They wasn't reaching out to him.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Mason go up to show up and be like, "Nigga, DJ, play my shit," and then My Money More Problems come on and start dancing. Like
the funny thing is though is like the real funny thing is like while it's identical, like Jaquan is expendable in the social dev just because he only got one.
Come on, man.
I hate to say it, and I love Tipsy. Listen, I'm on here on record saying, listen, I'll tell you this. I feel like this is almost a thing. St. Louis niggas are good for one album. Like when you think they're one hit wonders, no, the album's gonna be decent. Like niggas only know Chingy for Right There, and yeah, he's had some other hits afterwards. But niggas would like to downplay Chingy like he didn't make multiple hits or I actually craft good albums. Jackpot is a good album. I like Jackpot. That first album was a pretty good album. Like I've had times where I bought the album because the single was fire and then the album was trash. I thought Chingy was gonna be that. It wasn't that. I like that album. And same thing with Jaquan, Tipsy, the Hood Hop, that album was a decent album, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? The Hood Hop single was fire. You know what I'm saying? I even like album cuts. What y'all niggas know about Underwear, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Check that joint out, bro. That joint should be classic in St. Louis. I don't know if it was because I've never been there, but I just know it was a song that had Jaquan on there. It had Nelly and the St. Lunatics on there, and it was fire. It was one of my favorite joints on the album. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? But he gotta play some of the Mace joints because I don't know if he can. It's gonna be obvious if he don't.
Yeah.
Or if he just tries to cut out the Mace verse, he gonna make new versions and just be like, skip Mace, just go to the Biggie verse on there. I don't know, but we gonna see. But yeah, we're looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing we're looking forward to is Remy Ma announced that all women's battle rap tournament coming up on October 30th. It's gonna be the first round. She said it ain't never been all women's battle rap competition ever. It'll be 3 rounds. Every round is 90 seconds. So that's a minute and a half with a max of 2 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? But niggas got to go over, finish a bar or something. And then she even announced all the matchups for the first round. So we're going to go through some of these names. We're going through all of them. I don't know all these women, but
if Jazz represented, she's going to win.
She's not.
As clear as that. Okay, so we try to play it fair. All right. KCJ.
Can you let me go through the names, or are you going to keep doing that?
It's more fun for me to keep doing that, but I'll let you get to the names.
We got Yoshi G versus Coco Cakes. Yoshi G, I'm familiar with.
Coco Cakes, never heard of.
Not. Shay-Rack versus Caution.
Huh? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Because the name from here. Because automatically the next question got to be, where is she from? Because I just want to know, like, where's she from? Is she from where I think she's from? Because if she is, then all right, Shay-Rack.
Bonnie versus K Prophet.
Either that or she got big titties. Okay, K Prophet. I've heard of K Prophet.
And
Bonnie. We know about Bonnie.
Everybody knows Bonnie.
Bonnie's a weird name. I forgot she still battled. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I feel like she used to be one of the top names, and then maybe she been doing other shit. I don't know.
Bree the Lyricist. Woo. Versus Shiest Raw. I'm not familiar with either one of these people, to be honest with you, but I wish you success.
I'm not.
Miss Miami versus Hazy, or is that Hazy? I can't tell right now. I'm not familiar with either one of you again, but I wish you both success. Cheddar versus E Heart. I know E Heart.
Oh yeah, I know E Heart.
C3 versus 40 Bars. I actually know both of these women.
I know 40. I'll tell you what. I'll give it to 40 on that one. Just she's gonna put the old on the bottom and the new one on the top like Nori teeth. I'm giving this one 40.
This one's probably like gonna be the most anticipated one. C3 versus 40, because like C3 is actually really good too. She's considered like the best puncher for like and when women's battle rap. She's like the Rum Nitty.
I was definitely gonna say so. She's the female Rum. Well, not female Rum Nitty. They're different, but respect wise, she's the female Rum Nitty. Okay.
Yeah, and they battle and Rum killed her. But I mean, she tried. QB versus Shayna Ashley. I know QB.
Yeah, I know QB.
I'm not excited that I know QB, but I know QB.
I just hope that her opponent ain't got no kids, no relatives.
I hope it.
Actually, I'm about to say
Nobody
no.
died recently.
I'm about to say no parents, but then people find that and be like, "So how's it feel to never have no parents?" I've hugged my dad before. You know how that feels? My mama gave me a kiss this morning. Do you know how that feels?
So yeah, Remy Ma, she announced all this on the IG Live. She went through the whole first round of battles. Like she had a raffle and just pulling names out of a bowl and was like, "You going against this nigga? You going against this?" Like yeah, so it's real chill. It looks gonna be a good time. We'll cover it obviously when it happens.
And I ain't gonna lie,
Chrome 23.
I respect too that I feel like she didn't go for just the big reaching names. Like I feel like there's a top 5 of female battle rappers today, and it's not a diss when I say I feel like I'm glad that she didn't grab any of them because I feel like that
you would be automatic 40 in that top 5.
40, she might be. You know what? Yeah. Okay, so she got one. Because I ain't gonna put E Hard up there, but I've been E Hard in top 10 for sure. But yeah, I'm glad it wasn't just a whole bunch. It wasn't it was a Bardashian heavy. Yeah. It wasn't, Casey J's a Bardashian, right?
She is.
Yes, and it wasn't what was the other chick? Vixen. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't just those people that we know heavy hitters. Like we can say that for other competitions.
Yeah, we don't see Miss Hustle in there, stuff like that. But yeah, the prize is $25,000. That's a good prize.
For sure. Not bad.
Yeah. And so I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun, but that should do it for Hip Hop Shenanigans this week. Now we're gonna get into our actual battle review.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see who get that quarter K. You feel me?
You thought that sounded cool, didn't you?
I definitely did. I still feel like it sounds cool. Okay. So if you hear niggas start saying that shit,
I won't.
The only way that you're not gonna hear that shit is there's a gang that comes out and they're called the Quarters. Then niggas start beefing them and like, yeah, nigga, we quarter K.
It's very possible that there's a game called the Quarters.
Yo, unrelated. I really realized that I feel like I should give 50 Cent credit for putting a K to something. He's the first person I really heard say K. Just because I randomly was listening to some G Unit before, and at least 2 different times I heard on them tapes say MIK, which that's Murder Inc. So I was like, yo, was he the first one to put a K on somebody's shit that he's beefing with? At least in the rap game. Maybe they did that shit in the streets. Who knows? But as far as I'm concerned, that was the first time I ever, just year-wise, that's the first time somebody put such and such K on the record. You know what I'm saying? So that's because after that it was GDK, BDK, all that shit. And I'm like, that came out mad years later. So I don't know if that's something niggas did in the streets and we just didn't know about it. But yeah, that's crazy. Because I really put it together. He's like, yeah, one of the street niggas in the background was just, yeah, nigga, we MIK. I was like, oh shit, that's Murder Inc. Killer. Oh shit. Like, and he said it verbatim. It wasn't like, yeah, Murder Inc. Killer, because niggas say that shit. But he's MIK. All right, shit. Who knows? Hey, no wonder 50 gotta be like, I am not gang, I do not gang bang. Niggas, because police will find a way to put some shit. Be like, here, you could put right here where he says MIK. So he really knew Chief Keef in Chicago, and he knew Lil Durk over here. So really, he's related to them. He might be BD. He might be a BD just by affiliation somehow, even though he was in New York, in Jamaica, Queens. And I don't think the BDs was out there like that. At least not in his neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Just crazy shit. But yeah.
So the battle, K-Shine versus Bill Collector. It was at the Battle Academy.
The battle.
This was a 1-rounder. It was a very good 1-rounder, but it was a 1-rounder.
Very fire.
It did make me want a full 3 rounds.
It would be interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what I like. K-Shine made it seem like he could easily have more rounds. Bill Collector, I don't know if he'd have more rounds. It's like he kind of picked up everything K-Shine left off on.
Yeah. That's exactly kind of how I felt. Like K-Shine was almost like, nigga, it was almost like a preview. It was like, nigga, if anybody else wants to pick it up, my nigga, smack. If y'all niggas want to pick this up, you know what I'm saying? This is just the trailer. I'm already ready. I got it. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know. Whereas Bill Collector was just like, I'm here. I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really know too much else to talk about you with.
Exactly. So Shine went first, and Shine. I'm glad that Shine is back because he picked up right off his last performance where I said Shine was back.
Yeah.
And who is that he killed? was it Real Sick?
Yeah,
I think it was Real Sick, and I was just like, yo, Real Sick did great, but Shine decided to come back that night.
he had the momentum that night.
There was nothing he could do to beat Shine in that moment. And Shine, it seems like he's well rested, and he came back, had a performance almost as good as that one, just shorter. Obviously, because it was one round.
Which is good too, because he definitely needs something like that before he go against Easy. Because Easy was definitely saying, but the ones before that, K-Shine was almost like falling off a little bit. So he definitely could use a little victory before he go against Easy, because Easy's not easy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, and the funny thing is, I do like in the beginning of this thing, I did wonder how Bill was gonna take that they called him a Philly rapper. I guess they were in Philly at the time.
Yeah, that's where Battle Academy is.
That's a little strange. They call it nigga because it's not like he's Philly adjacent. Like he's from Norristown, which is next to Philly and whatnot. But he definitely always makes sure he's like, no, I'm not a Philly nigga. I'm not the same. Like we're you know, say I fucks with them, they fuck with me. We're both Pennsylvania, all that. But Norristown is different over here. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was just weird. It was like, yeah, Philly representative, and he was just like,
all right.
But I ain't gonna lie, K-Shine did turn that into a fire bar.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. He was like, yeah, Philly representatives. We got Reed Dollars. We got but they must say they ignore his town. I was like, oh shit,
that was a good one.
That was a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Was a good one. K-Shine, most of his hardest bars though was Bill, like just involving paying bills and stuff like that. The line he said,
though he made a point to not do no counterfeit bill bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he said they taping Bill like they ripped $1 and nobody reacted. I said these niggas asleep.
Yeah.
Like that bar was crazy.
Yeah.
He had a lot of sneaky, really good Bill lines.
Yeah.
And the crowd just wasn't catching them.
Yeah. It might have went over their heads.
It's possible.
Cause he was fired, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was like, nigga, I ain't gonna talk about counterfeit bill and put the light on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure the counterfeit bill and they put the light on him. You know what I'm saying?
Like
organs all on the table, so much liver on it, they put rice on them. Like that shit, yo. Yeah. That nigga was going crazy.
Yeah, he was going crazy, bro. Like, and he was back. He had the high energy. His cadence was together. Yeah. Like he was performing well. It was one of the things where it's like when Shine is in that mode, you just gotta hope you mess up type of thing.
Yeah, you just get out the way.
And then it got even worse when he went to the storytelling bag towards the end of his round.
Yeah.
Telling the story about how apparently Bill was ready to slide on him at an event, and he went to perform, came back, and then Bill was already outside booked, and then he teased it. Hey, I could tell the rest of it if we get booked for 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And I was intrigued. I was like, I want to hear the rest of this story
for sure. I was tuned in too. And then it was even fire that Bill Collector just somehow knew to be on the same wavelength and kind of told his side of the story and whatnot, which it was interesting because I didn't even know that was the thing that happened.
I didn't know about this either.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bill Collector picked right up where Shine left off and starts telling his side of the story about why he was mad at Shine in the first place. Yeah. And then in the end, he was like, I was wrong. Shine is innocent. I have no reason to be mad at this nigga. We cool now. Like that's all in the past. Like it was an interesting story, but that was the best part of his round, unfortunately. Was picking up off of a story that Shine started.
For sure.
This was not Bill's best work.
It was decent work, but it wasn't his best.
No.
Yeah, that wasn't enough to go against Shine. So I don't know. Like, I mean, if he does want to take on the full length, battle, then he gonna have to come harder.
Yeah, he gonna have to go back to the drawing board, find some new angles to stretch or something. Cause
just to keep up. Cause like I said, again, it's not bad. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't what K-Shine was delivering.
Yeah. It was a visible difference, like immediately. Even just the energy, because I've seen Bill have more energy than this too.
Yeah,
and he just wasn't. Shine's energy was so high that when it was Bill's turn, and it wasn't nowhere near the same even energy.
Yeah.
I said, you're gonna have to do something to get the crowd in it. Maybe you're gonna have crazy bars gonna wake the crowd up if you're not gonna be high energy. And then he didn't have that many crazy bars. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. I'm just glad K-Shine knew to not mention Cassidy. You feel me?
Yeah.
That was a great strategic move to not diss Cassidy so the whole crowd could boo you.
I don't even know if the crowd was still booing niggas over Cassidy no more.
Not anymore.
I feel like because everybody turned on Cassidy.
At one time, they definitely was.
They was.
And that's what makes it crazy. It's like, yo, how you do all that late? Because to have that much bias on you, because niggas, like, I don't know no other place that's had that much bias. You know what I'm saying? I know some niggas have definitely been like, yeah, I went and battled such and such in his town, and it was hard, it was rough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I've had niggas had some rough times, but for you, and that was after he already caught an L. He had already caught an L. I think he caught 2 already. That was probably the 3rd battle, wasn't it?
He had already lost to Goods.
He got that was
Who else did he lose to?
He had lost to Goods, and then I think the second one was Arsenal.
This was the Arsenal battle.
Yeah, that was Arsenal. Okay, so he was on.
But it was just the earlier in the night before the Arsenal battle is when Tay-Rock mentioned his name.
Yeah, so it was before his second L.
Yeah, it was before his second L.
But he still had caught one, so it was like we know what it is. But it was almost like Tay-Rock was setting up. I guess even Tay-Rock believed him. He was setting up trying to diss him, and then the whole crowd was like, "Boo! Don't talk about our nigga like that, son. You crazy? That's Cassidy, my nigga." And then
the hustler.
The hustler. And then after that, niggas was just like, yo, who is this nigga? Yo, like, what the fuck is this, my nigga? Like, what the that should, to put in all that groundwork to have that much bias in your city, because that doesn't come from just hit records or, oh, you did good on mixtapes. Like, that made me really believe that he really went around his town battling everybody, and when he talks that shit of I never lost, like, that puts some validity to it. Like, his town like, them niggas know. It's like, nah, I'm telling you, that nigga was crazy. That nigga was barring niggas up. That nigga would battle 2 niggas, 3 niggas at one time, destroy them all. You know what I'm saying? Without looking. You know what I'm saying? He was the blind samurai. You know what I'm saying?
I heard a nigga could fly.
You know what I mean?
Underwater.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bruh. I heard a nigga try to shoot him mid-battle. He caught the bullet with his teeth. Damn. And I still kept rapping, my nigga.
That's
like
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas wasn't seeing that nigga.
That nigga is an urban legend where he stay.
You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, he demystified all the hype that he had on his name by continuously losing his battles. And unfortunately, I say this, he has
habitual loser.
He has a debatable with Hitman Holla.
And that's could forever be a stain on Hitman's record. You were supposed to kill this. Everybody else killed this nigga. You come around, debatable. What?
Why was it debatable, Hitman?
Why? What? Like nigga, bruh. Nick Cannon had to look at his contract with you for a second and be like, I don't know. Why do we have him here again?
Right.
Huh? He couldn't even beat Cassidy.
Nick Cannon said, nigga, I could beat Cassidy.
Nigga, for sure.
Nick Cannon swore he could rap.
You know what I'm saying? Nick Cannon wouldn't even battle Cassidy. But like, nigga, why would I battle Cassidy? I battled Eminem. Multiple records, nigga. Eminem ain't want to see me.
Eminem did not want to see Nick Cannon for good reason.
Name the response record, my nigga. Oh, he responded to Benzino. He responded to MGK, but Nick Cannon, oh, he know what's up. He responded to Ja Rule, but Nick Cannon,
I'm incredible.
I sent 7 kids at that nigga, son. Don't play with me. I'll fuck around and have a baby tonight. Stop playing with me, nigga.
Nigga got a whole army.
You know what I'm saying?
With him.
Headbutt him with my turban, nigga, with a bulletproof vest on. Nick Cannon is a fly nigga. He just be doing what the fuck he want to do.
Oh yeah,
but that shit would be funny. Nigga was just wearing turbans and bulletproof vests just because he wanted to.
Just because he wanted to.
You know what I mean?
And who was gonna stop him?
Not Eminem.
Nope.
Not the candy nigga.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Not the candy exterior with the milk chocolate. Sometimes with peanuts. We ain't gonna get into all the other. They done flew off their head. They try to put pretzels in the shit now. Caramel, peanut butter. Nigga, it's too much.
They wasn't good.
Yeah, them things is not hidden. Peanuts. That's where they score with that one. After that, all right. Everything else was kind of weird. I think when I even saw brownies, I was like, come on, son.
I think I tried those. Did I try those?
Those. I'm as a fat dude. I feel like that just feels weird. That just feels weird. Very weird, but yeah, shout out to Nick Cannon and all his 72 kids. You know what I'm saying? It's funny enough that it seems like him and NBA YoungBoy are in competition for the most kids, which is wild to me. But
somebody has to hold the title, and they're gonna keep battling until the other nigga quit.
Hey,
the niggas having the I quit match.
Hey, niggas can't say Future ain't the icon, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or better yet, wait, who was the actually didn't Shawty Low have like 11 baby mamas?
Probably.
I think he had like 11 baby mamas because they got 11 kids. I think Shawty Low had 11 baby mamas, if I'm not mistaken. And he was supposed to make a show about it. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace.
I remember I heard about that.
Yeah, I remember, but I guess it never materialized or it never happened. And I ain't even gonna lie. Rest in peace to Shawty Low, but it almost seemed like, for the betterment of actual black culture, it might be a good thing that the shit didn't happen.
Oh, it would have been terrible.
Because we already went back years when Flavor of Love came out. You know what I'm saying? Nigga.
Nah, I don't even think Flavor of Love was the worst. Because that
was the start of it. That bred everything. Because then I Love New York came after that. Then nigga, A Real Chance at Love. Yeah. That was a side bitch of a side bitch of a side bitch, homie.
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
that was assigned to another nigga that signed to another nigga that signed to three niggas. That's not bad luck.
Because don't get it twisted. I watched all of them shows. Back then, I used to be all in on reality TV.
Nigga Chance got a freaking show on Zeus right now.
He do. Was that before or after A Shot at Love with Tila Tequila? I feel like that was first.
I think first? No. I think Flavor of Love came first.
Was it Flavor of Love first, or was it?
Yeah.
Rock of Love was first.
Rock of Love?
Yeah.
I never heard of Rock of Love. What was that?
Rock of Love. It was the same thing as Flavor of Love. It was white people, and it was the lead singer of one of them, Guns N' Roses. Axl Rose was the dude instead of Flavor Flav.
I think he might have been first, but
let me
nobody.
Check
yeah. But as me talking without facts, I think he might have been first. I just think he didn't matter. So
he mattered to the whites.
He mattered to the whites,
and it was on VH1. So that was Rock of Love with Bret Michaels. Why did I say Axl Rose? That man.
Yeah, Bret Michaels.
That show came out in 07.
I think it had 2 seasons, I think.
07. When did Flavor of Love start?
I do feel like Flavor of Love came first.
Flavor of Love was 06. Yeah, yep. Flavor.
Yep, it came out first.
Trendsetter.
Yeah, bro.
Trendsetter.
Because then it went to the whites. Then they tried Tila Tequila. And I ain't gonna lie, I like the Tila Tequila one because she liked both, and she wasn't bad looking. So when
that was her show was like main thing.
When she had scenes with the women, I was like, this is good television. You know what I'm saying? Sure.
This how you do TV.
This right here is good quality television right here. You know what I'm saying?
And then you have For the Love of Ray J.
I'm telling you.
Protect Ray J at all costs.
And then I Love New York. Then A Real Chance at Love. Then I remember the
I Love Money. The show where all the people who was on all the previous Love shows was on like a game show to win money.
See, that's where I fell off. That's where I was like, we doing too much.
You also had Charm School. I'm telling you, nigga, I used to be all in on a reality TV show back in the day.
I remember Charm School when Monique hosted that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember what was the Amore, the Italian nigga.
Oh, the nigga who was on A Shot of Love with Tila Tequila and then got his own show.
Yes,
I remember that too.
Yes, the shows was having branch offs, my nigga. The spinoffs got spinoffs, my nigga.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So don't come to me talking about a limit date, my nigga. That wasn't enough. Or Next.
You didn't see Next?
Yo, Next was one of the greatest shows just because, you know how many times nigga would come off, even I would be confused sometimes. It would be a decent looking girl or something. She would come off, talk her shit, whatever, come off the bus. Soon as she stepped down, nigga be like, Next. What? I'd be like, oh, no. And then niggas would be tight when they next somebody and then the remaining people on the bus aren't as hot. Or they'd be worse looking, and they'd just be sitting there just like, And I've even seen some of these have regrets. They'd be like, yeah, I shouldn't have next the second one. I shouldn't have next her because it only went downhill from there. Shit.
Okay, so now I'm deep in the rabbit hole of reality TV shows.
Oh shit, here we go.
It started with first. Remember, they used to have all the reality TV stars in the same house, and that's when Flavor Flav was on the show. I forget what that show was called.
Oh yeah, when he was with the decrepit white chick.
Yeah, Brigitte.
They call him Foofy.
Brigitte Nielsen. They was on that show. Yeah, then they had their own show called Strange Love.
Yeah, and
that was the spinoff.
Then they actually broke up.
So then Flavor was like, "I'm looking for love." That's when they started the Flavor of Love show, and then that's how it all branched out.
Yeah. So But that's why we gotta start owning our own shows, my nigga. Because imagine where reality TV is now. Imagine
That's the real life. That's what the show was with all the celebrities in the same house on VH1.
Yeah. Like imagine if Flavor Flav had like equity in some of these shows, just because he pioneered all these shows and whatnot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we've made new celebrities just from these shows and whatnot.
Oh yeah, Real World. I mean, it's the same thing with MTV Real World Road Rules. The challenge will never stop.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was over. Shoot,
they still doing it. I haven't watched it in a very long time, but then I be on Twitter and I know niggas will still watch it. They be all in on the challenge. They be like, yeah, CT gonna win. How is he still doing these? This nigga is old. He too old to be doing these at this point.
He gonna hurt himself. You know what I'm saying? You know, all these. And all them niggas is jacked now because they realize like, oh, because before they would just have regular bodies. Only one or two of them might be actually like jacked and like, oh, he gonna kill this shit. We would just know.
But now these
challenges, like probably the first one to really be like, nah, I don't think y'all know. They gonna keep on making us do this shit. We need to get jacked.
All of them are in shape now because like that's their job now, is doing these shows.
Yeah, but shout out to the Miz. The Miz was like, nigga, this is cool, but I ain't trying to do this shit no more.
I want to be a wrestler, and he meant that shit. Now he's had a Hall of Fame worthy career at this point.
For sure. I remember one of the chicks on there was this Asian chick, you know what I'm saying? That she was mad fine and whatnot. She an actress now.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I forget her name right now, but I know exactly who you're talking about. She is a full actress.
She's a full-on actress, like for real. I remember I saw her in the show, I was like, oh, that's such and such. But then she kept on showing that show after show. Now she doing her thing, you know what I'm saying? Persevere out there. You know what I mean? Sign on to a reality show, you can become a star. Just don't make it be Barry's Girls Club or some shit, because you just arguing and calling other chicks hoe and bitch all day. It ain't gonna work out for you. Mm-hmm. Just date Blueface. That's all you gotta do.
Actually, I did see that him and his girlfriend Krishana got a reality show offer,
and I know my wife is gonna watch it.
It's not surprising.
I know she's gonna watch it because she just finished watching the Bad Girls Reunion that had Krishan on there, and me watching it with her, I saw the trailer there and I was like, you know what? Let me just watch it because I know this is gonna happen. I know. Just getting all this extra news from them, I feel invested, and I wasn't even looking for it.
You know how this goes.
Yeah,
you know exactly how this goes. You're gonna end up watching it.
For sure.
You don't have a choice in this matter.
It is what it is.
You know how many random reality shows I've seen that I never wanted to watch?
Hey, it's a vibe all the time.
It is what it is. So anyway, the battle. We said
we went all the way off.
I think we both agree that K-Shine won.
Yes, K-Shine won. Bill Collector did a decent showing, but it wasn't enough to beat K-Shine. We look forward to a full length battle from these two. Yeah. But also don't make it extra long because we like that it was only 17 minutes.
Yeah. You know we didn't do scores for this because it's just the one round. There ain't no point doing scores for this. Yeah. Did you do bars for this?
Nah, not for this one. You know what I'm saying? But I will.
It probably would have been all K-Shine's bars.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I definitely would just give it to the. I ain't gonna make fake counterfeit bill lines and put the light on them. I'm trying to take them to the coordinator, make sure the counterfeit bill and put the light on them. That nigga was hungry. I felt some hunger on that one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, good battle, good showing. Let's get into our artist of the week.
Artist of the week. So. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Bye. So my artist of the week, I'm gonna put Pop Smoke. I was diving into his latest album, Fate, and I feel like I understand what people are saying a little bit. Diving into it, it definitely doesn't sound like a Pop Smoke album. It just sounds like somebody else's album with Pop Smoke lyrics on it. But at the same time, it's, you know, he made such a stamp in the game that there's a nice budget behind it, so the beats aren't bad. It's not bad music. It just don't sound like Pop Smoke. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost obvious too, because like it'll be a song that with Pop Smoke, but it'll just be his hook, and then he may one of the songs that literally had, I think it was a song with Kanye and Pusha T and shit. So like, you know, it was well produced. It was either that or it was the one after. I think it had The Dream and Rick Ross. That's what it was.
Okay.
Also well produced because Rick Ross and The Dream. They don't hop on those slouchy beats. But he did the hook, cool. But then the verse was literally him doing 4 bars, and then they just ran it back.
So it was an Aston Martin music type situation where Drake didn't put a verse.
Yeah.
And everybody on the internet, look, everybody was upset that there was no Drake verse on Aston Martin music.
I'm still mad to this day that there wasn't a verse on Diced Pineapples, because I was just like, Ross, you learned your lesson already. Like we got him to do a verse on this one. It went well. You put it on your video. Why did you not do this on Diced Pineapples? Let yo. Stop doing that shit, bro. Stop getting the best rappers on your songs just to do a hook. J. Cole, stop getting Kendrick to do Forbidden Fruit. You know what I'm saying? Stop getting Drake to do Diced Pineapples. Be like French Montana. French Montana knows if I'm getting somebody on this joint. He has songs with The Weeknd. Weeknd gets a verse. He knows this. Okay? Stop playing with him.
Because even, especially if it's a situation where this ain't your homie and you paid for this feature, if I'm paying you, nigga,
do the verse.
Do the verse. Because these niggas ain't cheap. Yeah. Even niggas like ESTG charge a grip. Yeah. Because designer told us about it. Yeah. If I'm paying this nigga to show up and say something on my track, that shit better rhyme, nigga. Yeah. You better put a verse together.
For real, man. Come on, son. Stop playing with niggas, man. I need the Drizzy verse. I need the Kendrick verse. Yeah. All right? I need the metaverse. You feel me?
So the Pop Smoke album, you saying it's not what it's not what it should be because he wasn't there to do it himself, what you're saying?
Yeah, I see why people don't like it because it just don't sound like Pop Smoke.
Okay.
But he wasn't here to really see it through, so I also don't hold it against him.
You can't really.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And I'll put a new one on the list. So some people you ain't gonna know. Mm-hmm. So there was a collab tape by his name is On Point Like OP. Don't ask me why. Mm-hmm. Dusty Locane, who to some people is I won't say the new Pop Smoke, but he's basically in the same gang. He's Wu from Brooklyn, Crip, and he's a black dark skinned nigga with a very deep voice that raps. Mm-hmm. Not like the other niggas I said. Now, like the drill game is crazy because I feel like I played you another nigga that you like. Is that Pop Smoke? Why does he sound like Pop Smoke? Not even him.
I mean, I'm assuming
there's multiple niggas.
I'm assuming there are going to be other people who sound like Pop Smoke now because his style was so like people enjoy it so much they're going to be imitators. So that's not really surprising.
But the shit be crazy because they get approved because they're technically damn near in the same gang. So it's like niggas ain't gonna be mad that like if another nigga sound like Pop Smoke, they're gonna be like, hey, he was the same gang. Pop Smoke probably knew the nigga or might have been around the nigga. He's sanctioned. But Dusty, so On Point Like OP, Dusty Locane, Ron Suno, and Ross Swish. Ron Suno's from the Bronx. Ross Swish is also Wu. I forget where he's from. I think he's from Brooklyn also. But he's also like Ross Swish is actually Pop Smoke's friend. Like he was actually one of the first niggas, like one of the first Pop Smoke songs that came out. Ross Swish is on there. So like Ross Swish is actually like sanctioned. Like that's actually Pop Smoke's real life homie and the nigga that he happened to rap with. But they did a collab tape called Say That. A bunch of drill artists doing drill beats. I'm sure there's probably some other records on there, but some of the records I've heard are actually alright. So it's nice when niggas just come and collab and do shit just for the fuck of it, because niggas in the studio all day, they working anyway. So when they collabing together, the shit gonna be fire. But yeah, I'm gonna give that some credit, and I'll give Roddy Rebel some credit too. I've been listening to his tape. It's a good album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
that's what's up. My artist of the week is.
Yeah, my shit was real Crip heavy. Real damn. Everybody was Crip and from Brooklyn except for Ron Suno.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it simple here. That Freddie Gibbs, Soul Separately. I've listened to that a bunch. It's a very good vibe album. It's not like a hype album though. And then I actually have 2 this week. Well, technically 3 because the second one is a group or an offshoot of a group. The Quavo and Takeoff album is surprisingly good. I thought I wouldn't like it. It's I don't know if you know what it's called. But it's called Only Built for an Infinity Lengths.
Yeah,
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check it out.
And the best song, in my opinion, one maybe Bars in the Captions. That's the one with the Outkast flip. Mm-hmm. I really like that song a lot. That song is good. Like this album is surprisingly good, dog. And I'm sorry, I don't miss Offset for real because we still got Takeoff because Takeoff was always a good rapper. Yeah,
Takeoff was always the rapper, and Quavo was the one that could he could spit also, but he would come with the melodies, he would come with the hooks. You know what I'm saying? So while it was almost like while the Migos was a well-defined old machine, Offset kind of like went into being more melodic. It went into doing the hooks. It went into like becoming more viable, even though we already had that. Now I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes he did outdo Quavo. You know what I'm saying? Like Quavo was always kind of the star, and I feel like his niggas let him be. But there be some times where like Offset would come through and shine on his own. Yeah, everybody played their part.
Yeah, I feel like in this situation, right, Offset, as you said, had developed enough as an artist that he could make similar music on his own at this point.
Yeah,
I feel like he was the best at going solo in the Migos overall. It's Offset.
Yeah,
Takeoff. As far as the rapper, people all gonna respect Takeoff as a rapper at the Migos, but I don't think he wouldn't chart by himself.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
A Quavo project, which we've already heard, Discreet didn't want because it just the verses. He can't put good enough verses together to go with his hooks.
Yeah.
So he was always being helped by his brothers.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I think the Takeoff and Quavo project is surprisingly good. I like it. So those are artists of the week.
You ain't gonna send no shout out to Saba since you was listening to him.
I listen to that all the time. That like if I don't know those to listen to, I turn on some Saba Care for Me. Like
I'm about to say because I ain't gonna lie, you was playing it and it sounded so fresh. I thought it
always sounds, bro. That album always sounds good.
It was so good.
Certain albums when you make a well crafted album, it will never age. It will never sound bad. You will never get tired of hearing it.
Yeah, I only knew it was an old tape because when Log Out came on, I was like, oh, okay. Because when I tell you, I was like, yo, these beats is fire. I was like, that sound like Saba.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, did he put out something new?
He did. He did drop a new album earlier this year.
Was it solo or? Oh, you know, I got that.
Yeah,
the solo joint. Yeah,
yeah, but it's not as good as Care for Me. Care for Me is gonna be his best. Like that's gonna be his masterpiece.
Yeah, and that's just that's an immaculate album. Great beats, great rhymes, great flows.
And the album doesn't overstay his welcome either. It's very short.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's one of them joints. You know, you got a good album when you have a song that somebody may go to, and then the song afterwards ends up becoming like one of their favorite songs too, just because of play after. Like, you know what I'm saying, the best song is probably on the B side, but don't be surprised when the label denies it's okay. Boy, that beat is fire. Like I'll tell you this, Saba's beats are almost the way I wish I could produce. You know what I'm saying? But like you have to really find a specific artist to produce like that. And like before in my early days, that's almost a level I was trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the shit that impresses producers. But you know, again, that's not the shit that charts. It depends on who you meet. Because you might meet Griselda type niggas, you might meet R&B-ish or trap niggas. You might meet niggas that want to make hits. I met trap niggas and niggas that want to make hits. So, you know, they don't rap on Saba type beats.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
That's the type of situation where you really have to sit down with an artist and lock in, like, we're going to make an album that sounds like this the whole way through. It's not one of the things that you just come across and make a single with. So, nah.
For sure.
But yeah, that's the show this week. So, Quan, tell the people where they can find you to get some of these Saba type beats.
You can find me at SAYQUAND at BeatStars. Well, no, not at BeatStars. .beatstars.com. So that's SAYQUAN.beatstars.com. Highlight at me for all these beats. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you find a Saba type beat in there, you know what I'm saying? More power to you. It's still for sale. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. All right. Got all kind of beats on there. You know what I'm saying? Got ESTG beats on there. You know what I mean? T Grizzly type beats. Lil Baby, Lil Durk, all kinds of drill. Lots of drill, you know what I'm saying? All whoever you listen to, I got that. All right, you want an Erykah Badu type beat? I got one out there too. You know what I'm saying? She raps from time to time. You know what I mean? All that. And you can find me on the social medias at Saquon on the Beat. That's SAYQUANONDABEAT. You know what I'm saying? That's my Instagram. And Saquon D on the other platforms. You know what I mean? But I'm mostly on Instagram, sometimes on TikTok. Where can they find you at?
You can find me online. I'll keep it simple. All my socials are the same, you know, but I talk about various things. But you can hit me up at Now Bloodbath. Talk to me, I talk back. Right now I'm on Twitter. I'm currently talking about my homecoming ticket prices, which that shouldn't even be a thing. They just made that up this year. So we're all on Twitter complaining about it. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about right now. It's just the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I was about to say, what was homecoming usually free for y'all or something?
Yes. Or at least the things that I go to.
Mm-hmm.
I mainly go to tailgate. If I was talking about going to something else, like a club or something, that's you gotta pay for that.
Yeah.
Tailgate is free.
Yeah,
it's literally just walking on campus.
Yeah, that's outside. What the fuck?
They're charging this year, and I finally looked up ticket prices today. That shit said $50.
You can't even, bro. You can't.
And I want to know what the hell this $50 goes to. Because I don't watch the game, because it's a football game that goes on. But nobody watches the football game at our school. We're not a football school. The game is just there because it's on the schedule, because it's football season. They have to play. They have to play a game that Saturday anyway.
Niggas play games every day, B.
We don't watch it. We just gonna be out and about drinking in the streets,
fucking with the hoes.
Exactly.
You know
that's the whole point of tailgate.
So
that's
now
the whole point of homecoming, to come home. So I don't know why they're paying me to come home. If my mama ever came out her mouth and be like, "Yeah, it's a charge this year to come home,"
like, I ain't coming in.
I ain't coming in.
That's some bullshit. I ain't go. So now they're reserving niggas to have the right to hate outside of the club.
Oh
you can't
yeah,
get in.
This shit.
Because I paid to be here. So
I gave these niggas a lot of money when I went there. You don't need no more
U.S. currency, my nigga.
Bro, we're all confused.
Greenbacks.
We're all confused why niggas are trying to charge for homecoming this year. I still ain't got no reason behind it. I low-key want to pull up there this week and ask some questions to niggas.
Because they fucking greedy. That's what it always is. Everybody's fucking greedy.
Yeah. I need to know.
Everybody wants.
I just want to know.
You're playing me. Prices are not low. And my wallet can't take it anymore. It's still a recession, nigga.
Still.
You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy.
Yeah, but that's going to do it this week's episode of the Hold Down Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for making it this far into the show. If you made it this far, make sure that you leave a like on the video. And then comment about your favorite part.
You know what I mean? And then subscribe, why don't you? You know what I'm saying?
Gotta subscribe. I mean, if you did those two things, you might as well subscribe.
You might as well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, we thank you for tuning in. And remember to tell a friend to tell a friend.
And tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
Remember, sock on hold it down.